This is Jim Fetzer, your host on The Real Deal, where my very special guest today for the first hour is Vicki Van Horn, whose son joined the Marine Corps, and that, I'm sorry to say, was the beginning of the end of his sadly short life. Vicki, it's a real pleasure to have you here, and I appreciate your courage in coming on the show to tell us about the experience that you've had with your son's Marine Corps tour of duty. Tell us a bit about Jason, will you please, and his background, school, how he enjoyed activities and so forth before he joined the Marine Corps.
Jason and I went through. Jason was a loving son, very outgoing, happy-go-lucky, carefree, laid back. Jason and I went through rough times together, and we managed to get through it. He attended high school in Pennsylvania. He enjoyed athlete. He did track and wrestling.
He was on the teams, the high school teams in track and wrestling?
Yes. In Jersey, he was on the track team. And in East Stroudsburg, he was on the wrestling team. And he was good. Him and I used to wrestle all the time. He used to pick me up and do the power drive and everything. Yeah, we wrestled. It was really rough. He used to flip me over his shoulder and everything.
Well, I'll tell you, Vicki, right off the bat, as a former Marine Corps officer, I can't think of two sports that would prepare one better physically for service in the Marine Corps than wrestling and track. Mm-hmm. I mean, that would be ideal physical preparation. Mm-hmm. Did he like school? Was he academically oriented?
He was a good student. Things that he liked to do, he gave 100%, his classes. And subjects that, just to get by, that he didn't like, he'd get on the side of his butt.
Well, we all have subjects we like better and worse. What were some of his favorites?
Let's see, math.
Really?
English.
Uh-huh.
He liked science.
Math and English would also be very helpful preparation for the Marine Corps, depending what it would turn out to be your MOS. English, obviously, valuable no matter what, and math for most areas.
Mm-hmm. Jason was a very smart young man.
Where did he undergo his? What led him to decide to enlist in the Marine Corps?
He joined the Marine Corps to make a better life for him and his family, and to get a better education to provide for his family down the road. By
family, are you suggesting
his wife and daughter?
He was already married and had a daughter.
He got married before he left for boot camp in January of 2004.
So this was after he graduated from high school. He married, or was he already married in high school?
No, he got married in January of 2004. He's been with his wife since 1994.
Meaning they were going together as a couple?
Yes. Yes. But since 1994, they've been a couple. And his daughter was born in 1997. His first daughter was born in 1997. Yes.
And he has a second daughter, too?
Yes, she was born after he passed. He never got to see her.
So his wife was pregnant when he died?
Yes.
That's very sad. Where did he enlist?
He enlisted in the Marine Corps down here in the office, recruiter's office in Stroudsburg. In
Strasburg, Pennsylvania?
Yes.
What did the recruiters tell him about the Marine Corps, Vicki? Did they make promises to him? Or?
Yes, they did. They promised him, that they pay for college and things like that.
Was any of that in writing?
Those I don't know. That I don't know if it was in writing. I know it was said to him when he went to the office to sign up.
Where did he undergo recruit training?
He went to Parris Island. Mm-hmm. In North Carolina.
How did that?
Did his crucibles.
Say that again.
He went to Parris Island, and then he did his crucibles with a broken foot.
Crucibles, not a term I'm familiar with, but it must be a final version of training, huh? You have to pass it.
Yes.
How did he break his foot?
He dropped something on it. He went to put it away, and I was told he it fell on his foot.
Oh, my God. So he broke some of the bones in his foot?
Yeah, he had the cast on, and he was determined to get through his crucibles.
And he did it with a cast on?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's very impressive.
He graduated with his platoon.
What did he tell you about recruit training?
Not too much. He didn't speak too much about his recruit training down in Paris Island. Not much. Not much at all.
When I was in the Marine Corps, after a tour of duty in the Far East, I returned to San Diego, and I actually was a series commander supervising 15 recruits, 15 drill instructors and 300 recruits going through the training cycle, which at that point was 11 weeks in duration before, you know, the graduates would be sent to more specialized training. But he found recruit training at PI tolerable?
Yes. Yes. He did everything that he was told to do. He wanted to complete everything he started.
And the obstacle course and the physical part of it was not too much for...
Nope. No, not at all.
Very good.
Not at all.
And then he was sent for infantry training?
Yes.
To Camp Geiger?
When he was done with his training, he came home for 10 days. He came home for 10 days after training, and he spent his time with him and his wife and daughter, and on that time they bought cell phones so they communicate with each other when he was down at Camp Geiger, North Carolina.
And did they then stay in close touch?
Yes, they were constantly on the phone. When he was able to talk, they were constantly on the phone. Yes.
So they were talking many times a day?
Yes.
So she had a pretty good impression of how he was faring, how things were going?
Mm-hmm.
How long was he at Camp Geiger before this incident?
He was in Camp Geiger. He was down Camp Geiger 5 weeks, 4 weeks in training, and 1 week in separation. So that's 5 weeks.
What was the occasion for being in a week of separation?
We don't know. We were never notified of him being in separation.
But separation actually involved preparation for separating from the service, right? From the Marine Corps?
Yes, that's what we're understanding, yes.
Being discharged?
Yes.
Did you ever receive any paperwork about that?
No.
There are going to be extensive administrative records about anyone who is being processed for separation, Vicki.
Nope. No paperwork.
Did his wife mention to you any problems he was having?
Nope. Everything was fine. Yep, everything was fine, and she spoke to him all the way up until July 14th.
And then July 14th, there was an abrupt cessation in communications?
They ended their conversation at 10 o'clock p.m., like they always do. I love you. And he was going to call her in a few days to let her know if he's going to be coming home or not.
And what did that hinge upon? An evaluation for separation?
Yes, that's... Mm-hmm.
He must have given her some kind of reason why he might be coming home.
No, he didn't. Nope, nothing at all.
So tell me the rest of the story, Vicki. What happened then?
On July 15th, at 5 o'clock, I got notice, 3 Marines at my door, that my son was found dead in the male bathroom in the separation unit.
Do you remember who these Marines were, what their ranks were? Was there an officer with them?
No, I don't remember their names.
And it had to be startling, even traumatic to hear this.
It had to be harder for his wife because they went to her first.
They went to her first and then they came to see you?
Yes.
And in between, she wasn't on the phone to you before they showed up at the door?
No. Not at all.
She must have been devastated.
She just spoke to him the night before and he was fine.